Are you ready for 24-hour trading? In this video, CJC experts explain why always-on trading needs always-on support.
Transitioning to 24-hour equities trading is a major shift in the global markets. While the opportunity is clear, there are significant underlying operational challenges, like building reliable infrastructure, having 24-hour support, and updating regulatory and operational practices. At CJC, we've operated a global 24/7 support model for 13 years, a milestone that took over 2 years to achieve. We know firsthand that going 24/7 is not just a switch flip. Instead of brute force staffing, CJC built and productized a specialized and dedicated client service model for real-time market data systems, rooted in people, tooling, and process maturity for stable business continuity. Our elastic model means that our team's service delivery is scalable without a correlated headcount increase. 24/7 trading environments mean there is no off period for maintenance or upgrades, and implementing essential infrastructure reliability changes becomes harder. Surveillance and escalation must also function 24 hours a day. This means more pressure on both systems and people. To explore the realistic demands of 24-hour trading, some of CJC's experts weighed in. Victor identified the growing momentum behind 24/7 market access, pointing out that it already has a precedent. Operating around the clock, CME demonstrated that infrastructure can scale to meet global trading rhythms, and its work with cloud technologies showed exchanges can adapt without rebuilding from scratch. A pivotal must-do moment that opens access to large pools of floating money looking for somewhere to go during Asian trading hours, Victor said. US exchanges now have the chance to meet demand by extending trading windows and offering access to world-class brands for participants in Asia. He adds, "This is a chance for major venues to evolve from regional incumbents into true global platforms. If they move quickly, they can capture flow, relevance, and client trust in strategically vital regions. If they hesitate, newer, fully regulated venues may pull ahead." Brian highlighted the operational and regulatory friction points that needed to be resolved before 24-hour trading becomes a sustainable reality. One of his immediate concerns is settlement, saying existing clearing systems operate on delayed cycles, often T+2, and process settlements on weekdays only. That weekend and time zone gap creates risk. You can't have round-the-clock trading with a back-end that clocks out on Fridays. He also flagged market surveillance issues. A lot of trading is monitored and escalated to the SEC as needed. But if we're trading 24/7, who's watching the tape at 3 a.m. or there to receive and respond to a flagged alert? These were a question of compliance, human logistics, and technology. Trading around the clock isn't just a matter of uptime, it's a matter of redesigning the entire ecosystem to keep up. Steve explored the technical realities and future potential of cloud infrastructure as exchanges consider scaling their operations to 24/7. He explains, "The technology exists and the infrastructure is there. What's missing is operational maturity." He emphasized that maturity depends on deployment strategy. Steve described how his teams helped clients move beyond static Terraform builds by embracing mirrored environments for production and development, switching from green to blue or vice versa when it's time to release. But there are nuanced, non-trivial challenges. He believes this is necessary for truly cloud-native architecture, but warns that most exchanges aren't there yet. Cloud is currently mostly used at the distribution edge, not for core trade execution, and the risk tolerance at major firms simply isn't there. Peter raised one of the most critical success factors in enabling 24/7 trading: the support model. He said, "You cannot run a 24-hour market on a 9-to-5 support structure." He emphasized that if you don't have live coverage, clearly defined escalation paths, and a support team deeply familiar with your infrastructure, you will struggle. You can't just extend the hours without rethinking the entire model. Peter highlights that this is where CJC can help with its 24/7 global client support, spanning exchanges, data providers, and consumers across regions and platforms. We know what it takes to stand up a global model, how to structure teams, build around SLAs,
and maintain continuity across multiple time zones.
The appetite and business case for 24-hour trading is clear, but realizing it requires more than just technology. It calls for infrastructure, support models, and operational readiness to match. An ecosystem that can continuously sustain itself with support that stays responsive, systems resilient enough to self-heal, and teams structured to operate globally without pause. As a trusted partner to the world's leading exchanges that has spent over a decade building toward this standard, CJC looks forward to supporting this new direction and continuing to evolve alongside the markets we serve.